How much of the stage of the war is planned and planned with intent by Israel? If it knows it's going to be longer than the previous stage, does it have an idea of what this stage will look like step by step and what the next stage will be?
Well, according to several Israeli officials, this next stage of the war could last anywhere from 6 weeks to 6 months. It does indicate that Israel is moving beyond any attempt to focus on the fate of the hostages. There are about 230 civilians who were captured by Hamas and are being held in Gaza. Of course, there's a lot of pressure domestically in Israel to get those hostages back. However, now seems that Israel's focusing on the next stage of the war, which could last for as much as half a year, according to Israel. The U.S. is focusing on just what Israel's aims are. Israeli officials have said the goal this time, unlike previous incursions into Gaza, is not just to contain Hamas, but actually to eliminate it as a threat. So that people could return to the areas of southern Israel that had been attacked. The United States has expressed concern about just what the plan is at the end of this incursion, at the end of the invasion. If it lasts for 6 months, if it lasts longer, what's the plan after that?
And Bruce, you touch upon a couple of these points and questions that people are asking, right? Given the brutality that we've really seen in this conflict, given, how escalated, I guess, the aims on both sides really are. What does that mean for the humanitarian crisis that's already unfolding? And I guess the pressure that could come from international allies and on watchers in terms of how much can be stomached on this, in this aspect.
Yeah, so the United Nations has said that the humanitarian crisis is getting worse, has said that its storehouses are getting ransacked as civil order falls apart in Gaza. More than 1 million people in Gaza have been displaced, and that is a major concern for the United Nations. The U.S. has called on aid to be going in. So how that can continue as the invasion goes on, that is a big unanswered question.